Greetings, my friends. I am called to return to continue to speak about both the spiritual reality and societal reality as well. Because, as the Christ said, Jesus said, the kingdom of God is not of this world. It is so different. That is what is going on above in the planes, the higher planes, and what's going on within is very, very different. But eventually, as the golden age draws near, the spiritual realm, the perfection, the divine, the love is descending upon the world. And so I thank you very much for liking, for sharing, for commenting and subscribing, and for your donations. I wanted to discuss an idea of interdimensional travel. For space is grand, it's grandiose, and it's been mostly recently. It's been and a lot of people are very interested by space travel, discovering the universe. For first the solar system, then our star clouds, and then the galaxy, and then the whole universe. For there is our own local universe. There is which is connected to greater universe, minor sector, which is made up of 100 universe, and 100 minor sector in major sector, and then there is 10 major sector in our super universe, which accumulate in the grand universe, which is the 7 super universe of time and space, and that includes also the central universe, the divine universe of God and paradise at the very center. But basically, when we as creation, we have the right to space travel. We haven't learned that, and yet. But very soon we will come to realize that we do not need to create machine to travel in space. Right now, the present day condition of space travel, I wouldn't want to participate. Drink my urine and believe in the unprotected from cosmic wave. It's like all of that would be a no for me. Very soon we'll be able to create and receive from the galactic space machines that are organic and intelligent, that will be able to allow to take our physical body into space in a safe and comfortable manner. But for now, we have a way to space travel, which is I've been taught in the early 90s by my master guide, a shamanic technique, where we get together a minimum of 5 people in a place that is empowered, that is energized, a power center that is connected to the center of the planet, or we can create it. And I will soon, when the time comes, the resources come, I will open initiation center. We'll find a way through donations or whatever to make it feasible as well, but it doesn't cost all that much to travel in space. We need to have the will to put our physical body down and to allow ourselves to project our consciousness into a higher planes of reality. The idea is to create a vehicle that is made of the energy of the group, and the idea of having at least 5 people, it makes it a lot stronger not to be trapped into the lower astral planes. We go directly into the higher, above the astral planes, and then we go back. When we reach a higher ascended realm, we are usually sent into a subplane that is alignment with our consciousness, and we receive very personal information of the beings. I usually do, as a first initiation, I usually take people to Venus, because it's a planet I have a lot of connection to, and a lot of friends, and it's a very loving planet. And so and there is ways to, without having to go through that, I will talk about a way to visit Venus by yourself afterwards. But the idea is the way I've been proceeding is to create a psychic crystal, or in the future we'll be able to plant a crystal into the ground in the middle of a room, and people will sit around it. The crystal will be programmed and connected to the center of the planet. We go through a light trance where everybody visualize a vehicle made up of all the energies of the group, and then as the pilot, I count down and I open the energy of the crystalline field that is fueled by the center of the energy from the center, the hardcore of Mother Earth, of the planet, and this provides the energy for teletransportation into a higher realm. We usually go there half an hour, and then we come back, we share our experience, and we take another trip. So it's like more familiarity on the second trip. I was given this technology, this knowledge for scientific research, basically, but everybody I met was just about interested in tourism, to check it out. So that's what I've been doing. I did hundreds of initiation. And if someone's not ready in the group, it will be like a dead weight. if there is a physical crystal that's programmed, the person will get sick and will have that's not ready. They will have to leave the room. But sometimes also it's like, but we do have to have the intention of leaving your body behind in order to project yourself into a higher realm, and the information is always very appropriate when we come down. Very soon we'll have those. There is a lot of talk about artificial intelligence, and but a lot of people do not decipher that robotic and artificial intelligence is two very different things. Just as in a plane, the propulsion and the navigation system or communication system are complementary, but they're very different, and they have to work together. All of that will come into alignment. There is a lot of everything is accelerated, so if you want, in order to do those trips, we need to be in a physical presence. We cannot do that by internet or whatever. So it's like, I'm sorry, I cannot do those initiation at distance. But you can actually, if you want to visit the planet Venus, if you calm your mind, create a peaceful meditation with your intention. You call on the angels, you call on the archangel, you call on the ascended master. You may call on the dolphins. Dolphins all very often come and join those vessels. The stronger, the more people in the group, the stronger the vehicle. And to assist you in projecting yourself to a sacred mountain in California, and Mount Shasta, and be called, and then you, with the intention of visiting Venice, you will see there is a door that opens, and then you go 3 steps, and you end up inside the planet Venus. The Venusians are very loving, and there is absolutely no duality or deception or lies in the connection with that planet, or there 20 billion souls live there. There's many forms of life that live there. So you can practice that, but because if you just go by yourself with the intention of just, you may be distracted by astral entity that will use false light to distract you. So do not, of course, release all fear, but ask to be guided and assisted mostly when you do it by yourself. With experience, you can do. Interplanetary travel shouldn't be undertaken by yourself at the beginning. But this portal will definitely assist if you want to do that. For when you dream, we are totally in the 4th dimension. We're no longer in physicality, so we're already doing that on some level. And so little by little, we'll be able to initiate, and eventually the children will be initiated to that potential to understand themselves as multidimensional being, interdimensional being, and they will be able to cultivate those practices, those techniques all their life, and they will give this information to their children, and that will create a great shift in consciousness. And it's like we just need one generation of conscious being to transform the whole of society, and a lot of advanced souls are being born right now, free of karma. So that is it's more spiritual, but it's also practical, to learn to open the door to the sky, eventually to leave your body quiet down here and to project your consciousness. First you need to fill your body with light, and there's so much to be discovered within before we are given access to the macrocosm, let's say, but that eventually return to the source. From the point is to return to the source. Everything is about integrating that source consciousness. And the more we are connected to our higher self and our God self, the more information we get. And the information we get can only come from God. It's like insider information that's like so powerful and so fine. For God has his hand in all things. Not all heart are in alignment with the plan of the Creator consciously, but in all government, in all organization, in all level, God has certain elements that he knows he can count on to follow whatever's the right, to do the right thing, and this information is only available from a spiritual plane. It's something we draw on, this information, to prepare ourselves for what is to come. And it also provides increased security. As we invoke this power of the I am is the most powerful. To be or not to be, I am that I am. The more we use that power of the I am, we have to be very careful on how we qualify I am. Whatever we put after the I am is in the process of manifestation, of becoming. It is the power of God to manifest. But we need to use discernment and to have moral standard to see where do we draw the line on all levels, whether it's personal or professional. And and the creator knows all soul intimately. There is nothing he doesn't know. But we won't reveal everything. God is very expert in keeping secrets as well. He will reveal so much, but he will keep secrets for the surprise, for the manifestation. And we have to have the faith that the plan will succeed, the plan of ascension, the plan of freedom for the planet and for humanity. Yeah, because if we listen to the narrative outside, it's not also obvious. Just as it was a lot easier to live a life when we were sleeping, we were living our life, we were having to question things. Then eventually we have no choice. We were awakened and we have to face all kinds of things and shadows and so on. For me, myself, personally, I awakened in the mid 80s, but in the early 90s, it was like my life came in pieces, just because it was like the powerful connection to the spirit realm. I had to change frequency. I had no choice, and now I'm starting to integrate all that. For it is very important to continue to have faith and not to be distracted by all the narrative of the matrix. Some people had to make great sacrifice, like Julian Assange, for instance. I sent him a great wave of light, and I saw he was received. It's like opening his consciousness to higher planes of consciousness. I cannot free him physically, but I could free him psychically, spiritually, and because he will get his reward in heaven. I don't know what his soul plan are, but. Sending good thought into people, into situation, good intention, with no expectation, just sending, or just into the collective field of the planet, or envisioning the planet through your third eye to see this magnificent planet surrounded by love and light. It really helps. It doesn't seem to have any effect, but it really does. And then you said this wave, this light can infiltrate all layers of consciousness to the heart of the planet and pulsate. So it's so it's important to know where to draw the line, also the do's and don'ts, what is acceptable for you, what is not acceptable. And do not let yourself be blinded by all that shine, by the bling, by the facade. Do not allow yourself to fall prey to the temptations of the matrix. Yeah, there are certain things that are completely acceptable, that morally, in the moral standard of society, is like considered something wrong, but from a God perspective, it's completely acceptable. And there are certain things that are completely acceptable in society that are completely a no-no in relationship to God. So it's like there is all the suffering. It was Plotin who was wondering, if God is love and God is one, where does the pain and suffering comes from? It comes from the fact that unintentionally or unknowingly we are transgressing the law of one, the law of God. And then the cause and effect are reflecting. But now we're transmuting all that to find this freedom. We are accepting to pass through all that we're going through. And so it's very important to realize we'll never achieve complete perfection on the planet. It was Salvador Dali. Do not worry about perfection. You will never achieve it. But we have to accept that we are good enough as we are for enlightenment, good for ascension, and to accept our imperfection as part of the perfect plan. For we have this divine part and the human part. And sometimes the human part casts too big of a shadow on the divine. For the divine will never assert itself unless we make that choice where it's like we abandon our free will to allow the divine will to rule our life. Eventually we get to that point where we do not need the free will. We still have many choices to make, but we do not step away from what is wanted by our creator self. And as we let go of the judgment upon ourselves, we can also let go of the judgment upon others or society. For we need to create a model of society that's all-inclusive. It's like where everybody can have all they need. There are many aspects, like the working 3-4 days instead of 5-6 days to make the same pay, but they're coming to realize that when people work a lot less, they're so much more productive. So they're more productive by working. It's like working less to produce more, to be more intelligent in relationship to what we have to do. And for it is will always be a meritocracy. The more we give, the more we receive. But no longer the meritocracy of corruption. The more sometimes in society it's kind of funny. I have to look at it with humor. You feel like they are agent of society. That the more they are getting corrupt, the more corruption they express in the world, the more they are rewarded by their masters and the system of functioning. So do not listen to that. Just see that with a grain of salt. It's like. And there is new definition in words. We're gonna for a long time, the words were used to enslave people. Now we have to create new definition to elevate consciousness and return people to their power, and continue to have faith and have faith in the program. Then we'll pull a card. See what the card of the day is: an exchange of gift. To move from the wheel of karma into the state of grace, giving, receiving, sharing, all of it gracefully, without heavy mental conditioning in relationship to the energy flow. Personally, I have this double alignment with we all caterpillar that are turning into butterfly. I have this double with the emperor butterfly and the grand sovereign. It's a double alignment, my principal alignment for we all have a frequency of light in which we're going to make our ascension. If it hasn't been revealed to you yet, it will. Just ask and it will come in due time. So it all happens through the third eye. My main focus frequency is in this white and yellow light. But I'm receiving a double alignment in this blue and white light. White and yellow and blue and yellow light. That is this double alignment. It's quite interesting. I do believe that America, the freedom of America, will bring about the freedom of the world. But France has a very important mission and relationship here, in relationship to freeing the world, and we do want to continue to cultivate this sense of peace, inner peace, and broadcast it into the world. Talk about an anecdote that was many years ago. It was in 2004, something like that. I was communicating to all kinds of heads of state and royalties about my project of global renaissance, and God sent me a vision of the Middle East. It was 3 states, independent states: Palestinian state, Israeli state, and Cisjordania. There were three states that were living in perfect peace and harmony. And there was it was a responsibility of Israel to create that. And so it was a lot of information around this. So I wrote a very long letter at the time at the time it was Ariel Sharon, who was the prime minister. I sent a copy to Shimon Peres. Spirit said to send it to Netanyahu, but at the time I was like afraid. I know this guy, I don't really want. I should have done it, but that's okay. And then I sent a copy to Kofi Annan, who was the secretary, as well as presenting my project and catalog of paintings and my paintings and so on. And covered the UN responded, you have to send it to the French diplomat to be. Those ideas are really good. We want to discuss it, but you have to send it to the French diplomat of the United Nations so that they can introduce those ideas. I did, but I never got a response. Yet I received a response from Ariel Sharon. It was on the letterhead of the Knesset. It was like, we share your hopes of peace. And it was kind of a nice letter. I hope I'll get back all those letters I get from all these communications. And then at the time I was watching television, and I see, like, few days later, I see Ariel Sharon coming to make a speech. You say, well, we have some new ideas to stabilize the region. And then a week later, he goes into a coma. So it was a bit of a delay. Yet this is part of the process. It will come. Everything, the peace of the world will come. There is no way around it. Right now, it's unfortunately, there is still the warlike factions that are still needing to expurge to try distractions and through pain and suffering. So let us continue to send peace to those people in the heart of the people, and to ask God to free them, to find. But peace is something that needs to be earned. We have to be cooperative in the process of alignment with our higher self, our peaceful self, our God self, to create calm and peace and reconnect to the state of abundance and joy and freedom. And we do want that for the whole of humanity. We came here for that, and even if we do not see the end of the process, we'll have put things on track for it. Well, I hope this message was interesting for you. I thank you very much for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Continue to do your part. Just accept where you are, who you are, all that you are. Know you are doing your part, and yeah, and there is also we have a higher aspect of ourselves that we left in a higher dimension. There are us in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. In all dimensions, we have a part of ourselves that we need to awaken, and then we can, when all those parts are coming into alignment, our consciousness is able to ascend. And so I'm going to finish with a song. It's a song that came to my mind very strongly this morning. I'm not really sure why. It's very personal to the author. It's a song of Cat Stevens, Yusuf Islam. And it's a very sad song. So I said, I'm not going to sing a sad song. It's like, and so I try to find another one, but this one keeps coming and coming. And so I sing it anyway. It's about the love that is eternal. When we love somebody deeply, death cannot separate us. For this love and relationships are eternal. It means that whatever love we have, we got after life, we're gonna be able to continue to find the people who are left before us, and so it's about this eternal love. It's called Lady d'Aberville. My Lady d'Aberville, why do you sleep so still? I'll wake you tomorrow, and you will be my fear. Yes, you will be my fear. My Lady d'Aberville, why does it grieve me so? Your heart seems so silent. Why do you breathe so low? Why do you breathe so low? My Lady d'Aberville, why do you sleep so still? I'll wake you tomorrow, and you will be my fear, and you will be my fear. My Lady d'Aberville, you look so cold tonight. Your lips feels like winter. Your skin has turned so white. Your skin has turned so white. My Lady d'Aberville, why do you sleep so still? I'll wake you tomorrow, and you will be my fear, and you will be my fear. La 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 la. 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 My Lady d'Aberville, why does it grieve me so? Your heart seems so silent. Why do you breathe so low? Why do you breathe so low? I love you, my lady, though in your grave you lie. I'll always be with you. This rose will never die. This rose will never die. I love you, my lady, though in your grave you lie. I'll always be with you. This rose will never die. This rose will never die. Wonderful song, very sad, but in truth there is no death, and we'll all find each other on the afterlife. We want to, of course, it is sad when we when we lose somebody that we love so much. But it's part of the process, and we all have mortal beings. That's good news or bad news. We all have to die, and then we'll all return to the light, to who we truly are. Once we let go of this physical body and all our critical mind, we realize of all the ins and outs of things. So it is not something to be feared. Yet we are called to stay here, and when we complete our contract, God calls us back and take us back into his arms. But for now, we are here, and we are here to fulfill a mission, which is to be ourselves and to continue to cultivate our sense of self and joy, and assist humanity and the planet in our ascension. And it is the work. It is part of the work. So it is the observer is work. Work is is often associated with pain and suffering. But if we can find a work that we love, that we enjoy, then we contribute in the progress of society in a way that's very, very meaningful and very, very rewarding as well. The highest wisdom is to climb the stairway to heaven, to fulfill our destiny. What we need to understand is liberation. To feel liberated, to tune into the frequency of liberation, we have to become master of patience. Patience is it's all about patience, stamina, the ability to be patient, to not allow ourselves to be distracted or discouraged because the delays, because of the time separation. What we need to do is chance, to be lucky, to be in the gratitude for the luck that is coming to us, and it's going to be so wonderful. I do feel it, I sense it. There is so many, and it is like we're drawing on. We've been accumulating. We have this cosmic bank account, and we put so much energy there. Eventually, we're going to be able to withdraw a little bit of that energy, so to enjoy it down here. And the outcome is the request. We're going to be able to ask and receive. It's very important to make simple requests, to continue to ask in order to receive, and the request has to come from the heart, and so it is received. And for every prayer is always received and always answers, contrary to popular beliefs. So it's just be in a receptive mode of what you've been asking for, and continue to ask your spirit, your guide, your creator to continue to guide you and align you in all the way to the point of freedom, this light at the end of the tunnel. I thank you very much. Wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Salat.